YouTube, what's up? Sorry, I'm a little silly today. A couple things that I want to talk to you guys about. And one of them is this oil right here that I have. I had some questions about it. I guess I mentioned it in an earlier video. Sorry, my hair's kind of... Anyways, I mentioned it in an earlier video that I got it from fairies. And so someone emailed me and wanted me to explain. So I realized that I'm probably going to sound like a crazy person. But I don't really care. I am a crazy person. Sorry, I'm looking for this. I want to light my little candle over here so it can smell good. So I gotta get this. I need to put all this stuff back up on my altar. I haven't done it yet. And let's get a little bit of music going. So, my fairy oil, it's in here. It's quite amazing. I don't use it a lot, but I don't exactly know, like, I can't play music? Oh, that's some shit. My battery's dead. Anyways, so I've mentioned this before. My daughter is disabled. She's also she's also a witch, and she's a sensitive. And I swear something's always knocking at my door and there's no one there. Cracks me up. Anyways, so she is a sensitive, and she's a witch also. Fairy oil. So she has fairies in her room and around her all the time. They're all over the house. They're like everywhere. So anyways, this is my fairy oil. Anyway, so I've told a couple of you that I talked to, like, personally, my fairy oil story, but so I'm just making this video about my fairy oil because people have been asking me about it. Actually, I've had 3 people ask me about it, and so I figured I would just go ahead and do the video. Anyway, so my daughter, they hang out in her room the most, and I want to say probably around Christmas time, I think is when it happened, somewhere in there, of last year. So I took my daughter out of her bed, put her in her wheelchair, and then I was like changing her linens. And then I always put like those cotton bed pads down just in case she spills a drink or something like that. Anyway, so I had her bed all made, and I had the bed pad there. And then I turned around, I was going to transfer her back into her bed, and she just started laughing, and I said, "What is so funny?" And she's like, "Look." And I turned around and looked, and there was this, well, it wasn't that big. It was probably like this big, about yay big around, a wet spot on the pad. And I was like, "What the hell? How did that get there?" And she just started laughing, and she's like, the fairy peed there, and they think it's hilarious." And I was just like, "Really? You guys, are you fucking kidding me?" And so then I took it off, and I folded it, and I put it on the floor, and then I got out another pad and put it on there, and then I was like, oh, I'm totally going to keep that. And so I got the scissors, and I cut out the spot that had the fairy pee. And so I said, I'm going to make fairy oil out of fairy pee, and I put it in here. And so that's why I call it fairy oil. So anyway, so then after After that, then they kept bugging me to buy them a house. They wanted a house because I never catered to them. I never did anything to cater to them at all. Like, I never put any offerings out for them or anything. And they've been around us for years and years now. And I've never done anything to cater to them at all. No, nothing. So anyway, so they kept bugging me, get us a house, get us a house, get us a house, get us a house. So after like probably like a week of doing that, they kept telling me that they gave me this, and so now I have to give them a house. So I went to Walmart. I was like, fine, let's go to Walmart and look at fucking doll houses, okay? I will go get you guys a house. Then you have to shut up and leave me alone. Because they just wouldn't stop. They're like just doing stuff to bug me. So anyway, so I went to Walmart, and then I looked down, and there's these two Hello Kitty doll houses, and it's big. It's probably the size of this table right here. When you open it, it opens up like this. It's the size of this table, easy. It's a big house. It's got like all kinds of stuff. Anyways, so I said, so that's the one you want? And they were like, yeah, that's the one. And so I was like, fine. And I picked it up, and then all of a sudden, I just like got glitter bombed. And so I was just like, thanks, you guys. That's nice. I just got glitter all over me. I don't know if the glitter was already on the box or if they did it or what happened, but I picked it up and I got glitter bombed. So I take it up to the register and I put it on the thing. I set it down on the thing, on the counter, and glitter's just everywhere. And she's like, "Where's all this glitter?" And I said, "I don't know. I just picked it up and it was there." So anyways, so I brought it home and decorated it for them, and it has like a little swing, like a little bench swing, and it has like a little thing that folds out where they could sit out there. So I have it opened up like this on her big vanity dresser thing that she has, and then there's like a pine tree in the middle, and there's like little chairs and little tables and all this stuff. It's all decked out for them, and I put like a bowl of cotton candy and a bowl of water and whatever. So they're all set. And so then after that, they left me alone, and so that's my fairy oil story. I know, it's crazy, but so is my life. So deal with it. Anyways, then what else was it? Okay, so you guys are so cute, and I love that you guys do this. It cracks me up. Some of you have been trying to recreate my pictures by taking pictures of yourself in your mirrors. And I love that you do that. Do it. I encourage you to do it. Just because I always assume that everybody could do that too. Like everybody, I don't know why. I just think that if I can do it, anyone can do it, kind of thing. So I love it though that you guys do that and then send me the pictures. I think it's adorable. But I want to tell you why it doesn't work for you. And I'm not saying for everyone. I don't know. I haven't seen anyone else do it yet. But I would like to. I would love if you guys could do it too, and then you could tell me, your experiences, and we could have something in common and talk about, your experience versus mine and see if we're, similar, whatever. Anyway, so my mirror, okay, so probably, I want to say like 4 years ago is when, probably a little bit longer than that, but it really got really strong just probably 4 years ago when everything shit started hitting the fan for me, as far as my awakening. Like, it was getting really aggressive and serious, and I was being attacked in my sleep, and I'm sure that you guys have heard all this before, but I'm just going over the whole how the mirror thing came about. So anyways, I was being attacked in my sleep. I woke up with a fat lip once. I got beat up in my sleep, and I was dreaming that this witch, this hag, had me up on the ceiling, and I was cussing her out and telling her, what are you gonna do, blah blah, just all kinds of crazy stuff, fighting with spirits and ghosts and things, and just, it was horrible all the time. My doors being kicked open, just being traumatized, really. And I was all alone. The boyfriend that I had back then refused to try to help me, and he would just stay gone all the time, so he didn't have to deal with it and just make me deal with it by myself. And so obviously he's not with me anymore. But anyway, so I had to, it's either sink or swim kind of thing. Either figure it out and, fix it, or, live with it, try to live like this. I didn't know what to do, and anyways, so all this bad stuff was happening. Hecate came in, and she started showing me all the beauty in it, and letting me see my aura, and just showing me things with my eyes. And some of it was kind of creepy. Like, one time I went to the store, and some people, I would look at them, and just their eyes would be all distorted, all just in their eye, everything. But everything else would be normal looking. And then the person standing next to him would have normal eyes. But the one, yeah, it was fucking weird. And just things like that, just weird things would happen. She showed me full blown my aura, all these different layers, and it was just, I was glowing, and it was just so beautiful. And she let me, just start seeing things in a different way, in a non-threatening way, and to show me that it's nothing to be afraid of, and that it can be beautiful. And so she told me one day to go and take a picture of myself, because she wanted to show me how far I had come since I started meditating. She was telling me I needed to meditate. She was guiding me through this so that I could get a handle on it. And so as I was doing what she was saying, she would give me different gifts. As I would go along, I would get a different gift. Either it be birds in my room, or seeing my aura, or seeing a baby ghost in my arm, or just whatever. To me, those are gifts. And so she would just be well, anyway, she told me to go to my mirror, and in that mirror is the one that I did a ceremony with her in that mirror. And so, or in front of it, I had a circle there, and then that's when I accepted her as my goddess. And that was my breaking point. I gave. But anyway, so then she started having me take pictures in that mirror, and to show me my powers, and she wanted to show me my energies and how beautiful they were. And I didn't know what it was. I was like, oh my God, so am I a fairy? What is that? Do I have wings? And so then I started reaching out to people, showing them this picture. What does this mean? I didn't know what it meant. And then this one guy, he had connections to different kinds of witches, they're in this pagan radio station thing, and he took my picture to a board meeting, and there was like a Hecate high priestess there, and all kinds of stuff, a bunch of different people from different pagan, beliefs, whatever. And so they had no idea what it was, but they thought it was probably just my energies, my chakras, And so I was like, okay, I can deal with that. And then later, through the years, I got confirmation that that's what that is and stuff like that. And some of it is like spirit behind me is like spirit guides, and the big guy on the top is Archangel Raphael, and just things around me. You could see, if you look in those pictures that I posted and you blow them up really big and you look, you could see like faces all through them. It's crazy. I mean, it's freaking amazing. I just find it to be the most beautiful and amazing thing. But if you're not used to it and you're not experienced in dealing with them, it can be quite terrifying too. And some people think it's bad and blah, 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 but it's not. So, anyways, so, yeah. And so, I do have, I scratched the shit out of that crystal ball in the back of that. Oh, I don't like that. Anyways, I do have, and then when Cornunus came to me, and he looked like the Green Man the first time he came to me, and he scared the shit out of me, and I didn't do anything with him for like another year because he scared me so bad. And he was really, he told me that I needed to have that I had to worship him the same as I do her, and that I needed that balance or whatever. And I was like, well, I don't even know who you are, because I didn't know anything about any gods or goddesses. And the only reason I knew who Hecate was because every time she sent me a sign, I would look it up, and it would always go to threefold goddess, everything. And so I was like trying to figure it all out. But so I was so scared of him and stuff, so I didn't even do anything with him for a couple of years, maybe a year or so. And then he came to me in the astral planes, and he was really sweet and gentle with me, and he activated my energies in the other realm, and then he brought me back to my body, and he was so gentle and sweet, and he just like put me back in my body, and it was just it was the most amazing experience ever. Like, I've never experienced anything like that, and so to me it was just wow. I don't even know what else to say except for that people have no idea what they're talking about when they say such horrible things about him. I know that at first, when I didn't understand, he was really, it was just the power coming at me. Like, he filled my whole room full of this green energy. And it took like 15 minutes to dissipate after he left. And he like got right in my face. Like, his face was right in my face. And he was telling me that I had to worship him the same as her. And I was like, well, I don't even know who you are. Like, I was so scared, and then I just sat there and shook, on my bed, and I was scared. But, yeah, but now I'm not scared of him at all, and anyways, he's awesome. Don't be afraid of him. If he's calling to you, then don't be afraid of him. He's a little gruff at first because he's a male stag god, and so, that's the way they are. But he also can be very gentle and compassionate and beautiful. And so I encourage you to not be fearful of him. And if Hecate is coming to you, don't be fearful of her either. Anyways, so that's how my pictures work. It was a gift to me from my goddess, and that doesn't mean that you can't do it. It just means that I don't know. I have no control over it, and I see different things in different pictures, and it's wild. It is so wild and beautiful, and I just feel so honored and privileged to be on this path, and I love it. And also, I wanted to mention, since I have you on here and I'm rambling like crazy, you guys, we're all different. We all have a different path, and we're all connected and the same also. So please accept each other's differences, and that's a strength. You know, you being different is a strength. We don't all want to be the same. We don't all want to think the same. But we are all connected. We're all energy. We're all connected, and we all are going to go back to source in the end. And so I admire and love how everyone is different, and I just think it's beautiful. So I'm not threatened or jealous or whatever. If I get stuck or feel like I need like some advice or a new idea, I have no problem asking someone, well, what do you think should go here? Well, what do you think should go here? And then take their advice. It's not there for you to be better than the next, or who's got more power, or all this nonsense that's been going on YouTube with the witches. You're all beautiful. All of you have different gifts and abilities, and they're all beautiful, and I admire something different in each and every one of you, and I guess that's all I have to say. This video is getting really long of me talking about a bunch of weird things, so I will let you guys go, and peace out. Have a good day, you guys, okay?